Hello, Clash fans. Trample damage coming at you today from the floor of my closet and my post-coronavirus feelings. I'm on the mend. So, in my home clan, actually, I made a couple of attacks recently using a mass super giant and mass super wizard attack, which I'm going to record for another video in the future. But for today, we are going to be taking a new look at an old classic archetype. Now, back before there were Yetis or Bowlers or even a Town Hall 11, there was the GoWiPe attack, which used golems, wizards, and P.E.K.K.A.s to destroy Town Hall 10s, which was the penultimate Town Hall at the time. And it's an attack that was really the forerunner of the modern P.E.K.K.A. Smash attack, but doesn't get used very often anymore because Bowlers have come and Yetis have come, and so at higher Town Halls, it is not a commonly used strategy, but at lower Town Halls, still very viable, actually at Town Hall 8, 9, and 10. But today, we are bringing you war attacks with GoWiPe using the Super Wizard. And so what we're going to do is run through this one attack here. My other attack was actually a Go Hog attack, so we won't be showing that other war attack in this video. And then I'm also going to run through, I'll take two of these. I've been working a lot with, that was when I was doing Ice Golems and Super Wizards, but I've been doing GoWiPe attacks just to push trophies a little bit, since all I need to do on this base is work on walls. So what we'll do is we'll jump in here real quick, and we'll take a quick peek at the army. What we're using here is 2 golems and 2 ice golems, in addition to 10 super wizards and 3 P.E.K.K.A.s. That makes up the brunt of the army. I do have a giant, 2 wizards, and 2 archers for cleanup / funneling, depending on what I come across when I'm raiding. Here, I use the same army composition because I wanted to use my giant and regular wizards to start getting rid of some of these buildings in the beginning. I tend to use 3 rage spells and a jump with a couple of freeze. And the best kind of bases for these attacks are these kind of like boxy ones where there's not too many wall pieces to get through, and a log launcher or wall wrecker can get you into the core, and then a jump spell somewhere to get you out of the core, which you're going to see. We're going to place the jump spell down here to give us access to all these compartments after busting in the top. So obviously, before we jump into the attack, I will tell you, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm sitting at 1,300 YouTube subscribers, and in my home clan, the good guys, we had fought a war against an Indian clasher who's like 115,000 subscribers, and I was so jealous. So see, maybe I'll get to 1,500 sometime soon, and I'll only be 95 or 98,000 less than what he's sitting at. So anyway, what we're going to do here is we're going to start with creating a funnel. And if you don't know what funneling is, please pay very close attention. Funneling is wiping out stuff on both sides, like over here, and then wiping out stuff over here so that the main brunt of your army can come into the core. So what we decided to use to funnel on this top right-hand side, oops, I'm speeding up instead of pausing. I put 1 giant in there and these 2 regular wizards to take these buildings, because I didn't want my P.E.K.K.A.s and my Barbarian King and my Golems to try to run around the outside. Well, Golems wouldn't, because there's no defenses out here. And on this side, I put a Golem, 1, 2, 3. I put a Golem and 3 super wizards because I wanted them to clear this compartment, and then that way all of my big tanky troops would come straight in here through the top. Now, the reason why I chose to come in on this side is because I didn't want any of my big tanky troops fighting against these single target Inferno Towers. I figured that once I get inside here with a rage spell and with a jump spell right touching these 2 walls, my Barbarian King, my P.E.K.K.A.s, my Ice Golems, my Golems would be able to take out those Inferno Towers, and my Eternal Tome would protect them on the way in. So I did go ahead and use a log launcher here in order to bust a hole in the base, and I got a couple super minions coming out of the clan castle there. But you'll see I didn't do the 100% best job funneling over here because a bunch of my super wizards ran outside, and I don't mind 1 or 2 of them going outside with the Archer Queen behind a P.E.K.K.A., but more of them went outside than I wanted. But in the core, we now have both of those golems active, all but 1 of my P.E.K.K.A.s. my Barbarian King, and you can see the single target Inferno Towers are now shooting at my big troops, but that jump spell that I placed allowed the Barbarian King and Golems to jump over the wall to go after that one, and those Super Wizards up there took out the other Inferno Tower, and very quickly that whole entire upper part of the base is destroyed because I've got these giant tanks just eating the base alive from the inside. Meanwhile, I have a P.E.K.K.A standing guard and destroying stuff for an Archer Queen who's just running around the outside over there and destroying buildings. And since the entire perimeter is non-defensive structures, once my Barbarian King and P.E.K.K.As took out those defensive units in there, there is really nothing to stop them from just picking up very leisurely the outside buildings here. I did bring a few archers to help with cleanup. One took out that builder hut, and one took out this builder hut. It doesn't work as well on bases with tons and tons of compartments because sometimes your troops can get stalled and hung up, especially if there is a trio of single target Inferno Towers that you might have some trouble getting to. So what we're going to do is jump out of here and go take a look at some of the regular attacks I've been making just to give you some examples of more. Now, this is a base that didn't have anything outside, and I still wanted to funnel appropriately so that my Archer Queen would go inside because I wanted her to head into the core as well. So I did a Golem on this side with a couple of Super Wizards, same thing up here, Log Launcher coming in, and then my Archer Queen, I dropped a little too far south, and she ran after that gold mine and then stayed outside. Now, one of those P.E.K.K.As tried to go downstairs, but when the Archer Queen destroyed the army camp, I now have pretty much my entire army right here behind those golems and ice golems and heading right toward the core. And the Log Launcher, of course, activates the town hall but blows through those walls. And then well-timed rage spells plus my Eternal Tome. Those troops are all indestructible as that Giga Tesla explodes, and everything in there with those Super Wizards in the core, they have access to those Inferno Towers over the walls. So even before I place that jump spell to let my troops out on the back side, you see my Archer Queen has wiped out stuff down here. My Super Wizards, which is the really cool addition to this army over the regular Wizards, so they can take out so many buildings at once. This base has just gone down really, really fast. I still got two P.E.K.K.As up here in the top compartment, P.E.K.K.A down here, Barbarian King, Golem tanking for those Wizards who get blown up by a giant bomb but then survive because they have so many hit points. This army composition is actually really, really versatile because you can attack from a lot of different sides. You can use, with 10 Super Wizards, you can pick off specific pieces of the base. I always bring a Giant just so that my Giant can help create a small funnel someplace else. Here, we'll take Jorge the Bests. We'll take a look at this one here. This one, which way? Oh, I came in the bottom on this one. Wizard Tower's down. But still, the attack would have been fine anyway. But you'll see here, again, the funneling is key to this. We take out some of these buildings here. We take out these buildings over here. And you see the Golems are leading in with a couple of Super Wizards behind. I put the Giant up here to cover for this Wizard as he takes out that barracks right there. And now my troops, especially the P.E.K.K.As, that's the most important thing, getting those P.E.K.K.As to go inside. You don't want them running around the outside of the base. They're not like witches that can shoot over walls and keep having skeletons piling away. So I do hit the tornado trap here, and I think something comes out of the clan castle in a minute. I freeze, my ice golems are freezing stuff. Yeah, a couple of bowlers coming out of the clan castle. And I use my rage spells and then the jump spell, which actually turned out to be a waste because the log launcher already broke those walls down for me. Now this, you can see this P.E.K.K.A over here working on those walls. That's one of the nice things, especially when you get these troops like your P.E.K.K.As or your Barbarian King under rage. They're actually able to deal a ton of damage to some of these external walls. And I got my P.E.K.K.As inside here with my, one P.E.K.K.A inside with my Golems, busting up the Barbarian King. Got a little troop of Super Wizards and my Barbarian King and some P.E.K.K.As running around outside there. But these boxy types of bases are really, really great for a GoWiPe attack using these Super Wizards because once you get those big, heavy troops into the core, they start wrecking stuff from the inside out. And normally on the back half of the base, there are just a bunch of trash buildings on the outside that your Super Wizards or your heroes can clean up. I hope you enjoy the video. Please subscribe to my channel. I do also do some small goofy stuff on TikTok, so check me out over there and follow me on TikTok. But in the meantime, please share this with your clanmates. Tell them to revitalize the old archetype of GoWiPe and march off to war with it, or just go ahead and push some trophies and try and upgrade some walls. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a like, subscribe, comment down below, all that fun stuff. Trample Damage saying you guys have a good one.